Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the continuation of the Resident Evil Revisited playthrough. We're gonna continue from where we left off. Actually stopped a little bit to make dinner, and after that I got tired and decided to end the stream, but nah, today we're actually gonna we are going to we're actually gonna play a hefty amount today. So I'm gonna play for like 3 hours or so. And we're gonna continue with this playthrough. I managed to map the controller to the game, so I'm not gonna have any excuses when I die. Sadly. Sadly, I will not. Just give me a few until I manage to set up the stream. What's with this title? Have a nice day. What's with this title of your screen? Of your stream today? I ran out of the ideas. Actually, no. I just actually I ran into the over 18 sign, and I thought, well, might as well just try and use it for something. But yeah, we're gonna play some Revisited. I might actually change games, but I don't know. We'll see. We will see. I don't have any ribbons. Unfortunately, so I'm gonna have to try and make do with whatever I have. Oh, yes. Yes, thank you. You still cannot do a 360 though. That's the biggest problem here. I don't know. I don't think that was. L1 is mapped to the pause button. All right, I'll take that. I guess I'll take that. Wonder how hard this game is. Anywho, do we need to get some? Do we need to get some whatchamacallit? I do need to get some codes here. Actually, someone sent me something regarding work. Because there was a system, there was like a problem with work. Tomorrow, viewers, by the way. Tomorrow, I might be busy. I might be busy and I'm not gonna stream tomorrow. Let me try and see what I can do. What I can do with the whatchamacallit. With these masks. Oh, it's not here. Should be this door. I've never been here. Actually, never mind, I've been. I've never been here. Okay. What's in here? The lock is damaged. Actually, I forgot there's something really important here to do. There appears to be a lockpick stuck in it. Try use the lockpick, yes. Which direction? Up, up, up. I'll have to try again. So it's gonna be up, up, down? Up, up, down, down? Up, up, down, down. Left, right, left, right. Apply force. Oh, okay. It's the Konami code, by the way. Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA. Okay, it's B for cancel, A for, okay. Okay, nice one. Crowbar. Nice one. Gun and crowbar. Wonder if I can use it as a weapon. No. An ordinary crowbar. Mike Gordon Freeman? The bed is a mess and in disarray. What is that smell? Empty boxes lay here. Nothing is contained within. A ransacked wardrobe. It seems no one has been here for a while. I thought I'm gonna be able to use the masks in this. I guess not. This will not open, so the only way for me to access this is through here. Got it. It says it's too dark to see. Well, I kind of do have the codes. What was down here? There was a button or a switch that doesn't work, right? I think a fucking crowbar would open something like that. I guess no. And this is gonna require the block, or whatever you want to call it. Oh. Okay. Oh, they actually do some damage. Interesting. Zigzag and serpentine. I do have a crowbar. What can I use it for? I've already been here. It's locked. And I've been here, and there's nothing in here. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to go to the through all the rooms. I think that's actually my only option. Seems like something could be placed here. Huh. I mean, the game should auto fit everything. Meaning it's gonna auto use everything. A pool table. Seems someone stopped mid-game. Did I try going in here? No. It kind of doesn't show me where I'm at. Like, I don't know where I'm at in this map. I really don't know where I'm at in on this map. Okay. Oh, never mind. I can auto use. Are 2 buttons here? Just the right one. Wonder if I need to remove this. I'm gonna assume that this is how it should look. No? Hmm. Weird. Seems that there should be a way for me to go down here. Maybe there's one of the files that I got. Room 2, 3, 4. I cannot access room room 2. No, I can't access room 2. I don't think I can access the other rooms. Aha. Okay, that's the indication. Okay. Okay. Oh, I kind of overshot the one to the left. I forgot. Okay, there you go. This is it. Should fix it. Yep. Nice suit. The master key. Ah, now I can actually open everything in here. Why does he have the master key here? Oh no, don't tell me the superintendent was sleeping with this lady over here. Environmental storytelling. It's the master key for the motel. Now I can actually access all the other rooms. Red herb, no green herbs though. Looks like the motel, a washer, and an old clothes mangle. Haven't seen one of those in years. Is it really? It's like a regular one. Radio. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. What's going on with that radio? I wonder if I need to fix it. Numerical keypad, I don't know, the combination. Oh, so I don't actually need to memorize the combination. Discarded furniture is piled along here. An assortment of do-it-yourself tools, chemicals, and paints. Nothing of interest. Yeah, I saw it, viewers. I saw the dryer. What seems to be the dryer. What can I use that for? Uh-huh, I am over there. It still seems off. Like, it doesn't show that I'm... I'm where I should be. Ooh. Can we grab this, please? Thank you. Mix the herbs. The walls are smashed and the plaster is crumbled. What happened here? The room is trash. It's not surprising this closet is empty. Oh. Bullets. What the hell? I thought he was a zombie. Well, he's that ugly, I guess. Ordinary sink and mirror. He said something about toilet. Nothing is clogging it. Thank God. What's in there? Turn the TV on. Sure.
And now back to Night of the Living Dead on Raccoon Public Access.
Okay.
Johnny, you're still afraid.
Stop it now, I mean it.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're acting like a child.
They're coming for you. Look, there comes one of them now.
He'll hear you.
Here he comes now. I'm getting out of here.
Johnny.
Is that supposed to be a zombie? It was a real zombie. Damn, that old man definitely got some stamina. What the hell happened here? He cracked his head open. Nice acting. For fetishists, huh? Well, that was fun to watch. What movie is that from? Like, is that a real movie? I'm gonna assume so. There's nothing in the desk but an old Bible. I couldn't skip this, by the way. That was scripted. Nobody cares about the walls. Just run away. I couldn't skip this. There's a reason why I knew about that. Let's see this one. Ugh. A dirty sink. Dirty water lingers in the basin. It looks like it hasn't been cleaned in a while. It's too dark to see far. It would seem so calm. The urinals are caked in. Caked in dirt and crud. Doesn't anyone clean? Ah, there's something over here. Umbrella employee instructions. Your cover is a guest. Remember to check into the a day in Raccoon Motel. Once unpacked, head to the convenience store. Request a pack of Safsprin? What the hell is a Safsprin? The store clerk should respond that they may have it in the latest shipment. They should then lead you to the back of the store and to the southern entryway to blah blah blah. The rest of the note is missing. This serves as a guide to where we need to go. What the hell is that? Bull skull. Maybe this is something I can put inside the pub. Jump scare. He crawled from under there? Ah, shit. An ornate bull skull mounted to a wooden base. Run! So yeah, I'm gonna assume that I need to put it here. What does that do? I cannot take it again, so... maybe this is just one piece of puzzle? Yeah, I don't know what I need to do with this. Is the zombie still here? Yes, sir. Um... I don't think I need to empty. I do have a lot of slots. Holy, I just noticed that. Like 4. I have 10 slots, which is very interesting. Interesting. I cannot save, by the way, viewers. Did he turn his head? No, he didn't. I thought there was like an indicator of a zombie being here. Usually this is how you tell. Just gotta make sure. Beach? Are we waiting with a 6 instead of a G? Did someone make a typo? Sadly, no. The TV is turned to a local news channel. Reporter, in local news, another hiker has gone missing in the Raccoon Forest area. Police Chief Brian Irons has asked residents to refrain from hiking in the local woodland. Until so close to the forest's edge, it's in danger of being engulfed. Engulfed by, like, fires? Someone has written on the mirror. Mirrors are more fun than television. Huh? Is that so? You think so? This is very interactive, I gotta be honest. That's how you make things interesting. I gotta be honest. People can learn from this mod. 100%. Discard the key. Alright, we're not gonna need the master key anymore. Both cells stuck to the wall appears to be attached with some sort of magnet. I'd need to find a way to power it down before I can take it. Another piece of metal art. This one depicts a tall mesa with a lone man. Tracing the frame, there is a tally mark of 5. Huh. I swear there was a gray Suited man. Oh, I don't get this. There's a note here. Seems to be a complaint. Room 4 has a little closet space thanks to that decoration hanging in there. It also seemed to be stuck. Though when I dropped my my curling iron in the toilet, the decoration fell, giving me quite a shock. The rest is just a list of more issues. A bunch of run-on sentences, but we know what we need to do. Clean toilet. Must have recently been cleaned. Zap-de-zap. Clean sink and mirror. Nothing of interest. A bull skull? What's the difference between this one and the other one? I wonder. Yeah, what's the difference? Wonder if I can go and open the padlock. Numerical keypad? I don't know the combination. Did I check on them all? I think I did. Two, three, four. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I went through all of them, I believe. This one is 6. Did I check any portraits in here? Just want to depict a couple checking the frame. Looks to be a 3. I don't think I've checked this one. Huh. Still don't know the combination. Is there something here? Now this, can I not check on this? What's in front of me? Oh, I guess not. It's got a furniture. It's piled along here. Did I check one over here? There's a zombie here, right? Shit. Ah, his hang is still hanging on. Ah. Oh no. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. There's gonna be enemies that are gonna have something on them. I guess that's gonna be the case here. Check. An old-shaped key. This will probably come in handy. For what, though? Also, I cannot go here. I cannot go here, so... Don't know what's the dealio. I wonder if I need to grab that again. It was supposed to be here, right? Maybe I actually do need to kill these zombies. Oh! Maybe I need to put it up there. Okay, I just noticed that. That's the ladder. Okay. Cool. She's dead. She doesn't have anything. I thought she's gonna have something. I might actually have to go and kill every zombie now, just to make sure that I haven't missed anything. Before I do that, there is actually somewhere I can go. Where was it though? It's definitely was, yeah, it's in where I met the blonde lady. Let's go ahead and go down. Hopefully there's gonna be a way for me to go up. Oh no. It's gonna be a dog? As well have this equipped. Of course there's gonna be a healing item here. Forest looks dark and uninviting. It would be dangerous to leave by foot. There's a scrap of wood left in the bottom. It has the number 1 engraved into it. Ah. Oh, where the hell did that dog come from? There's no auto target, by the way. Alright. Doghouse, an empty food a ball sits outside its entrance. Someone managed to fit someone inside? You managed to grab that shit inside. I can interact with the trash cans. Or the trash bags. Oh no. Wonder if this is gonna reset him to a better position. Ah, shit. Bro. Bro. Oh, shit. Damn, I can tank these. Killing him was a waste of time, but then again, I had to kill him, but I should have you know, shot him instead. Okay, let's go ahead and check these. Shelves hold several kegs and barrels. Assortment of foods line. The shelf. Foods, huh? Lockers full of personal items, nothing of interest. Knob is broken, and it will not open. There's this thing in the ground that's lit up. More useless trinkets line this locker. So pretty much I came here for nothing, right? A bathroom can be seen through the window. All right. Cabinet is empty now. Wonder if I'm gonna be able to open this. Okay. So the destroyed one, maybe it's gonna be 5. And 5 was 1. Let's see if there's there's an easy answer. numpad code. Three, 5, 6. If you don't want to find the clue, you can try all possible 6 combinations until one works. So I'm just gonna have to put like 3, 5, 6. No. Ooh, excuse me. Excuse me. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to backtrack for that. I know that the last one is gonna be, or second to last is gonna be 5. So what was it? It was I'm googling it by the way. Because I kind of do want to backtrack. Did that guy manage to open it? I'm checking someone's playthrough, by the way. Oh, he got to it. So it's should be 3, 2, 6, 6, 5. Three, 2, 6, 6, 5. All right, let's try it. Even though I don't think we've got a repetition. 3, 2, 6, 6, 5. That wasn't it. 3, 3, 2. I'm just gonna go do the... Actually do the legwork. I don't want to work. Well, to be honest, the guy that was playing a demo of some sort, and not actually the full game. So the code probably got changed. So, room 2. It should be 1 and not 2. That's because that's my room. This is 2. Five. It's gonna be 6. Okay, 5, 6. Five, 6, 5. Okay. Five, 6, 5. 5, 6, 5, 1, and something. What was the number marked here? This is room number 6. Three. So it's 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 1, 3. It's 5, 6, 5, 1, 3. For those who might actually want to play along with me. Why did I even go down? Why is it 1? Because we found a frame that had number 1 and the room number 5 didn't have a picture. It was ransacked. Someone actually did mention that. It was ransacked and he threw everything in the trash can. It's 5, 6, 5, 1, 3. And it's open. And we are going to have the Fulgurite. Don't know what that does. A glass-like gem. A lightning pattern permeates it. Oh, maybe there's something I'm gonna have to put... Oh, of course. Is this a guy or is he a zombie? He's a zombie now. He's a zombie now. Yeah, if I'm gonna get stuck, I'm gonna try and kill the enemies. It wasn't in her room, it was in my room, I think. In room number 1. Oh, I'm gonna have to fit this on the bottom. I kind of want to save. I kind of want to save. But I don't have the ability to do so. Mysterious box, right? There was another one. Which one was it? Oh, right. All of them are gonna be in... at the bottom. Let me go down and put a few stuff here. This. Here, put this. I'm gonna carry the rest with me. Actually, maybe the game is gonna allow me to save, regardless. Never mind. Oh, can't do anything here. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, this guy came out of nowhere. No need to interact with any of these guys for now. I'm at the orange. Shotgun shells, but no shotgun. A fuse box, nothing seems to be missing. I just noticed that fuse box, by the way. I think the only way for me to kill these is by shooting them. Okay. Alright, what will that do? Oh shit! Oh no. I need to heal. I guess we're gonna be able to use this lift. And we're gonna go up. Okay, new area. Hopefully there's gonna be a save point. It is locked. Oh my god, I don't have a shotgun! What? What? To be continued! What is that? Is that the JoJo song? To be continued! I thought this was gonna be like a full game. That was a demo. I thought this was the full game. Well, I saw it 1 point something, and I thought that's gonna be something cool. He hit me with the JoJo song? And gave me a goddamn shotgun bullet? Wow. Alright, that was alright. That was fun. That was fun. I like the interactivity. I'm a big fan of how he handled the flavor text with describing everything. So it actually, like, it was interesting. I think it's actually by far the best way that I've seen a game like that uses that. Like it's like maybe with the Silent Hill games, especially with Silent Hill 3. 3 actually did a great job with that. Like you can actually use these whatchamacallit, these interactive points, not to tell you what's in front of you. I mean, that's easy. Like if you're gonna see a toilet and there's gonna be a piece of shit in it, oh, like if you just leave it at, oh, there's a toilet and it seems there's gonna be a piece of shit in it, that's not gonna do anything. I mean, you can actually use these to make some sort of, to showcase the character himself, how he's gonna react. Like for example, like if someone of this character, for example, motherfucking bats. Fucking hate these bats. For example, like this guy that's called Trev, or whatever his name is. I forgot what his name is. It's pretty cool. Like, let's say, for example, you go and he finds the toilet and there's a shit. And he says, Leon A. Alright. Your reward you will receive less points by using a special weapon. Check item in the box. Alright, I guess I can kill people with that. Create, yeah. Claire B. Ooh, I wonder if I can continue with this. Like, yeah, for example, viewers, you can play a hard scenario. I'm gonna be able to play it in hard mode? I don't think I need to. I don't think it's gonna be that hard. But we'll see. For example, if this guy runs into a toilet and there's a piece of shit in it, he's gonna say, "Oh, there's someone didn't flush." Well, at least this piece of shit doesn't, or this piece of shit reminds you of my aunt that I hate, or something like that. Give the guy an opportunity to say something, like showcase his character. Okay, like if he says something like that, you know that he's trying to be funny in this kind of situations, and he kind of, maybe his aunt is really that ugly. Maybe, just for example. Like, I'm giving you just an example. Like, you can do a lot with these flavor texts, and not making them just boring. But yeah, this one definitely did a great job with that, to be honest. So yeah, kudos to him. Kudos to this guy. He really did a great job.
In the midst of the tea.
Oh. Yep. Oh, it's in Japanese too. Oh! Well, I guess at least this is not gonna be playable. This one here is not gonna be playable. But when I say maybe you should play Resident Evil 2 later on. Well, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe. Maybe one day. Alrighty, so I guess that's it for Resident Evil Revisited. I had a lot of fun with it. I'm gonna have to try and check on the progress of this, assuming that he's gonna actually make a full game of it, and hopefully he's gonna be able to make it. I'm looking forward to it. If he's gonna like retain this whole thing, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's most likely gonna be fun. So yeah. I'm looking forward to see what this guy come up with next. So, yeah. Thank you very much for this game, Mr. Whoever made this game. Mr. Whoever made this game. All right. All right. Go ahead and play something while I pick up the second game. I might as well play a little bit of Dragon Quest. Or maybe maybe we can watch something while I just, you know, I just want to cut the salad here. Maybe eat a little, because I didn't eat anything the whole day today, viewers. So let's go ahead and watch something. I'm gonna try and play something else, viewers. Don't worry, it's not gonna be just like yesterday.
From your schedule and try out one of the absolute best Silent Hill inspired games. The Pale is another short demo from itch.io and another really interesting setup. You play as Arthur, a new lighthouse keeper heading to an island off of Maine called, well, The Pale. You're here to replace the guy who used to work this beat, thanks to him being hospitalized with chest.
I heard that place is
seems like this
really cold.
Used to be home to a fishing village that dried up eventually, and for about 15 years now it's been abandoned. When you first step foot on the island, the atmosphere is thick and oppressive, just like I like it. There are abandoned buildings to explore, and your flashlight just barely illuminates the space directly in front of your character. In these first few moments, I also noticed that a lot of the demo is silent as far as music goes, opting for ambient sound effects instead, which I think adds to the atmosphere. Before Arthur can get to bed, he's got to turn on the generator and get the lighthouse running. In the process, he ends up messing with a control panel of sorts and... well, the result is sort of a mystery. It looks like he frees some kind of a giant Lovecraftian nightmare, but you never really see what the hell's on the other end of this massive chain and what seems to be a collar. After that, you radio your contact and let them know things are up and running. Of course, deciding to leave out the part where you may have released an eldritch horror onto the world. And she lets you know that the keeper you've been sent out to replace just died in the hospital, which is a real bummer, but Arthur beds down for the night, and when he wakes up, he finds a storm headed his way. In the process of battening down the hatches and preparing for the oncoming gale, he comes across what looks like a skinned dead body on the beach. Obviously, his first reaction is to radio the mainland, but when his radio breaks, he's got to gather the tools to fix it. In doing so, he crosses paths with that dead body again, only It's made some friends in the meantime. At this point, an insane amount of skinless bodies are now on the beach, making things somehow more dire than they were before. After sort of getting in touch with this ride, she tells him to meet her at the docks, but just then the power goes out and we hear the sound of glass breaking, which I've noticed never precedes anything good. Well, it turns out those skinless corpses weren't as corpse-like as we originally thought. After putting that abomination down, Arthur heads towards the docks, but we find out the island is now crawling with these things, and fighting them is not exactly an option. So instead, he tries to outrun them until they crowd him on a bridge that wasn't exactly in the best condition to start with. So the thing eventually snaps, and that's where our demo ends. According to the developer, the final version of this game is going to release sometime this year, which is great, but this little teaser does a lot of things right. The mystery of the island, the feeling of isolation, and the use of unseen horrors, it really has a lot going for it for such a short demo that includes not as much gameplay as you might expect. On
Another
its
demo?
itch.io page, the developer says it's an hour-long demo, but I got through it in maybe 30 minutes, so there might be some stuff I failed to do, but either way, I really like what I'm seeing here. Sadly, this is yet another indie horror game that forgoes the D-pad for analog stick-based tank controls, something that never feels quite right. But movement and turning speed are all pretty tight, so things are definitely better than they could be. I'll tell you one thing, this running animation most definitely reminds me of old early 90s CG renders, which is sort of funny, but it also kind of adds to the charm here. Speaking of which, this is yet another game going for that PS1 style aesthetic, but again, it looks more to me like early PC game low poly graphics. I'm definitely not complaining though. To me, there's something about the use of simplistic graphics to approximate realistic locations that...
No, that definitely looks like N64 style.
Explain it. I don't know, maybe there's some kind of dissonance going on, but either
Graphics.
way, I really like
Well, I guess you can call it even like early
a very, very short teaser of what's to come, but if this
early
developer
3D
can
PC graphics
even a
then
portion
as
of
well.
this atmosphere and dread, we have
With,
one
you know,
really fun
maybe
one.
late or mid 90s, not early 3D PC, because earlier games definitely looked much more hard.
They wake up with whiskers and a tail. And a long desire to shit in a box.
What are you talking about? That got shut down and turned into a tourist resort. I stayed there last March. They make a good Benedict.
This one I've had my sights fixed on for a while now. I first came across Prototype Mansion before it was available on Steam. It had caught my eye with the reputation it had built, but I'd say more than anything, it was the look that drew me in. A look that, if I'm being honest, sort of wore out its welcome pretty early on for me. I mean, this is a cool idea on paper, but I think a lot of these PS1 style games tend to focus really hard on making the in-game graphics look worse in order to get across the feeling that they're old. But there was a genuine process behind how the PS1 rendered 3D graphics, and I feel like no one actually tries to replicate that. Instead, they just severely lower the internal render resolution and throw a CRT display option in there. Oh, and by the way, don't use that in this game. It's way too blurry. It genuinely hurt my eyes after a while. Anyways, the game looks okay enough in motion, but when things come to a stop, immediately you notice the aliasing gets way worse. Like, the model's resolution gets cut in half. And when your character is too far from the camera, they scale to like 4 on-screen pixels. I know all that sounds a bit harsh, but there's a lot I like about this game's presentation. It just so happens to be doing something I see in a lot of these indie titles, and this is just the section of the video I decided to unload all that. Well, continuing on, when I started Prototype Mansion up, I got the immediate feeling that this game exists somewhere between a parody and homage. It definitely plays a lot like an old survival horror game, with the only big difference being regular third-person controls as opposed to tank controls, which, I'll be honest, did take me a while to get used to. Besides that though, it feels like a fun, if rudimentary example of the genre. The whole parody thing comes into play with how much the game is dedicated to comedy. Comedy that, I'm happy to say, is actually kind of funny. Nearly every scene is a spoof of some kind of genre trope, and even your actions in-game can have a comedic effect. Like that time I busted into a room blasting a zombie but fired one extra bullet as it went down, and that extra round just so happened to explode a nearby cat. I didn't notice any puzzles in the game, but collecting items and backtracking
Okay,
seemed to make up.
I thought that actually ended your game or something. What the hell happened
It's
here?
pretty damn tough in terms of avoiding damage and conserving ammo. I had to restart a few times because I either died or got to a point where I ran completely dry on resources. And I would love to tell you more, but this game crashed on me 5 or 6 times over the course of making this video, and since the game saves at specific progress checks, I kept having to replay the same sections over and over again. After that last crash, I sort of washed my hands of the thing. I honestly would have loved to have played more because I had just started getting an idea of how the game was wanting me to play so I could hold on to as much ammo as I could, but I guess it is what it is. Luckily though, this same developer made another survival horror game that's available on Steam, so let's check that one out and hope it salvages my crushed hopes.
What?
And if there's one thing I can say about Jupiter Lighthouse's next
What the hell was that?
variety body horror, it's that it's definitely a more refined, less slapdash version of Prototype Mansion. Movement isn't quite so fast and floaty, combat is way better, and the area the game takes place in is much bigger and more, I don't know, intelligently laid out. Heading to the options screen, we've got a few different options, including a much improved CRT filter, but more importantly, an option for a 480p VGA mode, which seems to double the amount of on-screen pixels. And this right here is what I call a happy medium between getting across that low-poly, low-res look, but also providing a nice-looking and visually understandable picture. Now, from what I gather, this is supposed to be a sequel to the last game, and as such, you'll be taking on the other half of the team this time. All around, it feels like a much more complex and, I guess, more full experience, which is really nice. We've got the same non-tank controlled system, but this time, instead of a more fixed perspective, the camera follows pretty close to Hank, kind of like a third-person shooter. In moments when that's not the case, you can hold L1 to orient it behind him, but this is a really slow process and can be sort of unreliable sometimes. On the opposite side of that coin, I found this very cool mechanic where you can either use cans of tuna to feed stray cats, which acts as a save point, or you can consume it to gain back health. Tying such a limited resource to 2 different functions is kind of cool and a welcome change to your normal survival horror orthodoxy. Now I'm front-loading all of these compliments because, well, to be honest, I really want to like this game. Its humor is honestly really funny, and they even made the voiceover Japanese to give it a sort of PS1 game so low budget they didn't even bother translating it kind of feel, but I just was not having fun past the first, 20 minutes or so. I think my biggest issue here is the fact that it has to be played in this very hyper-specific order, otherwise you can make the experience significantly more difficult for yourself. Items like ammo and weapons are hidden a little too well in my opinion, and that goes double for necessary paths that you need to take to move forward.
I'm gonna sit down for a bit.
Like I said, you can play this game in a way that makes things much harder for you, and there are these odd decisions like these boxes here that can act as RE-style item chests, which is actually kind of great. And even better, you need to slot fuses into them to open them up, and there aren't many of those just lying around, so you might have to take some fuses from a fuse box, which means making once-lit areas dark. Once you spend a fuse, it breaks forever, but you get access to that box forever, and all the items you put in it are available in any other boxes you decide to open. So where's the problem here? Well, if you're like me, you may have tried avoiding opening some of these for that very reason, opting instead to have only a few open, making it a little harder in terms of backtracking, but at least you're not spending precious resources, right? Well, if you do that, you may miss out on a flashlight that sits in your vest pocket, which is something I would say is vital to completing the game. The normal flashlight does the same exact job the other one does, but it has to be unequipped in order to shoot your guns and then re-equipped after a fight, otherwise the environment can be way too dark to actually navigate. There might be 10 more examples like this that can have you essentially soft-locking yourself into a much harder game than it has to be. And believe me, this is already a hard enough game as it is. There are enemies that stand dead still till you get within grabbing range, and they're covered in the same stuff the entire game world is, plants and flowers. Add that to these assholes that can one-hit kill you and move faster than you do, and you've got a game where progress needs to be gained through trial and error. You
Not a big
essentially
fan
just
of the
die and
camera.
reload till you're familiar with what's to come, or you do what I did and have to restart the game 3 or so times because you were in an unwinnable situation. For example, if you just so happen to walk into this room, which is totally accessible after you read a paper, without finding the shotgun, which itself is deviously hidden, you're flat out not going to be able to beat this boss. Because not even a survival horror savant would have the handgun ammo needed by this point. I don't know, guys, I sort of feel bad about this one, because a really interesting and rewarding survival horror game is staring me right in the face. It's just inches outside of my grasp. I really can tell a lot of the decisions made here were done to spice up the genre's typical gameplay, and I can see a lot of them working really well if they weren't in a game that actively fights the player every step of the way. I really got a kick out of the horror, and while the game was a little too tongue-in-cheek for the atmosphere to get too creepy, it definitely tries to get there. Seeing how big of a jump it is going from prototype to garden variety, I'd love to see what Jupiter Lighthouse comes out with next. It seems like maybe all they need is another crack at this formula to really perfect it, but as far as what's here is concerned, it's just a little too adversarial to the player to be much fun, at least for me. I do want to point out that it's pretty common for me to have some weird taste, and I'm not exactly one of those people who actively seeks out difficult video games, so there still might be a chance that this will be something you'll get into. And even though I'm not its biggest fan, the formula and execution-driven nature of this thing makes it feel like the kind of game people who like speedrunning would really get a kick out of. So maybe there's some value here that I'm just not seeing, but as far as I'm concerned, this is more like a lot of potential with 2 really botched landings. And having said all of that, I really don't like being negative in these videos because I do recognize that I do tend to be drawn to some weird stuff. So instead of these games are bad, maybe take this as they're just not for me.
殺してやる。このシャベルで。ハンク
Uncle?
Lake Haven Chrysalis is a bit of a preview for the upcoming survival horror title Lake Haven. Like Holston, I'm pretty sure this was just a vertical slice to get people interested in what's to come, and I'd say it most definitely had that effect on me. This is yet another title chasing that early PS1 3D aesthetic, and out of all the games in this video so far, I'd say this one pulls it off with the most skill.
That's pretty much everything you
This
show
might be
here,
the
bro.
best attempt I've ever seen at
Almost
gaming.
everything.
And by the way, this is Jared coming in after the video started being edited, and there's a game coming up that's going to make that statement 100% false, so stay tuned for that, I guess. Like you would expect, this game makes use of low-poly 3D models, but also goes the extra mile with some very accurate dithering, and they even made sure the console's signature affine texture warping looked right on the money. It defaults to a 4:3 aspect ratio, which I will always appreciate, but I think we'll go for 16:9 for this video's sake. Video stuff aside, it is very clear that Lake Haven is targeting that Silent Hill style of gameplay. Everything from the font and item pickups right down to the dithering seems lifted from Konami's psychological horror masterpiece. And in a world of RE clones, being an SH clone makes you stand out in the best kind of way. There isn't much actual story given at the start, except that you're some kind of detective and you've been given a case that has brought you to this old farmhouse. Inside, we find a dead woman, and from there, the goal is to see exactly what went down here and why. In doing so, you'll deal with the kind of puzzle solving, diary reading, and exploration you would expect from this type of game, and it's all perfectly executed if you ask me. This is a relatively small location, it being a demo and all, but it's packed with key items to find and esoteric actions you're going to need to carry out. As you unlock more of the house and the creepy cult tunnels underneath it, you'll come across the dead woman's diary entries, which chronicle what seems to be a battle with onset mental illness and paranoia. Paranoia and mental illness, which seems to have driven her husband away, and this might handwave some of the stuff we've discovered so far, but it definitely doesn't tackle the issue of the aforementioned Lovecraftian tunnels underneath the house. After maybe 15 minutes of gameplay, things start to hint at a more supernatural sort of undertone, and by the end, those little hints turn into outright screams when things start heading in a very Twin Peaks dream logic sort of direction.
I mean, the character is even inspired by Like he looks like Mulder from the X-Files. So I guess we know where.
You can definitely get the most brief idea of what the finished game's story might be like here with the demo, but if it can set up a mystery, even a portion as interesting as this one, it's going to be pretty damn amazing. I really can't say why, but I kind of like the lack of voice acting here. I'm not really sure if the final game is going to include VA, but I kind of hope it doesn't. I don't know, it just helps with the atmosphere, makes it feel so much more engrossing. There is a single part of Chrysalis that includes combat, and it works about how you'd want it to. And I really gotta say, I like the nods to PT and SH2 and its secret ending. You always love to see Easter eggs like this.
Silent
The
Hill.
release of Lake Haven comes out, about the only thing I'd want to see.
Yeah, that's
changed is
exactly
camera
the,
angles, or at least a mechanic
the
tied to
bathroom.
camera angles. This game goes for that familiar SH
That they
style,
start in
having the
Silent
camera
Hill
stay
2.
fixed, but follow the player on a set course through certain scenes. The only real exception being you can't hit a button to fix the camera to your character's back here like you can in SH, and honestly, Chrysalis has some of the most tense and attractive angles I've ever seen in this type of game. Specifically, I really like how the camera gives you this creepy voyeur kind of feeling with how it moves organically, like someone's actually looking at you from that angle. It's really effective. My only problem comes into play when these camera angles are changing from scene to scene. It feels like that changeover is just a little slower than it should be, leading to me seemingly walking off the screen and staying out of view of the camera for a little too long to be comfortable. In the final game, if there's some kind of a threat to look out for, which I assume there will be, I imagine this would lead to a cheap hit or two. It's certainly not the largest problem a video game can suffer from, but it definitely feels to me like the camera transitions last maybe 1 second too long. Oh, and the CRT filter makes the picture way too soft, but you can toggle that off in the options, so it's a non-issue really.
But that's the weird complaint. Like, is he asking that he got hit while the camera is moving or not? Because it's problematic if the camera moves faster. It will make it disorienting.
Lake Haven doesn't seem keen on the idea of telling you exactly what's going on here, which very well could come back to bite it in its ass later, but as of now, I'll say these guys have set up an amazingly interesting mystery, and I absolutely can't wait to get my hands on the finished product.
Hi, Lewis. What the hell is this?
When I make these RE clone videos, I typically have at least an idea of what I'm getting into.
Oh, Joe?
I've either been following the project for a while, or it's something a viewer or a friend has suggested, along with a brief description, but this is a very different story. To be totally honest, I can't really remember what drove me to download the demo for You Will Die Here Tonight, but I can tell you one thing, it has easily become one of the most interesting entries on this list. Starting it up, we get a very familiar setup. There have been reports of brutal murders, and a team of specially trained police have been sent to a huge mansion to bring in the perpetrators. Ringing any bells yet? Trust me,
Specially
the
trained.
does not stop there. This Ares division all wear very stars-adjacent gear, with each member being color-coded and having the expected and very necessary shoulder pads. Callbacks to Resident Evil aside, this game bounces back and forth between what seems to be obvious tongue-in-cheek caricature to some genuinely dark seriousness. This guy right here delivers some of the most personally relatable writing I've ever seen, with lines like, "My arms are too muscular to reach into this vase," and things like this wouldn't happen if butlers were taught self-defense. But then that's juxtaposed to a section where an Ares member suffers through the guilt of losing his daughter while he's on the verge of dying himself. It's kind of all over the place, and I think I like it. There's a cool twist at the end of the demo, which you could probably argue was at least inspired by Resident Evil, and I would say it's pulled off really well. I really like the writing here. I think it matches the actual gameplay to a pretty scary degree. Normally, I would say I like my games to take themselves a bit more seriously, but I don't know, it just works really well here. Kind of like a cheesy movie that knows how cheesy it really is, so it's got free reign to do the most ridiculous stuff that wouldn't work in a more serious production. Hey, there's a quote for the back.
Not a big fan.
This is the video game.
Not a big fan of
movie in all
the shooting
best
mechanic.
ways. Gameplay-wise, we're dealing with a very cool assortment of honestly unique ideas. First off, the general gameplay premise is that you take control of this police squad one member at a time, and, at least in this demo, dying is a foregone conclusion. You play each Ares member and get to the point where they're killed somehow, and then you unlock the next person.
Ashley
in line.
Kowalski.
Apparently in the game proper, the things you do with one team member can affect the next person you play as, which sounds like a better use of the RE2 zapping system than you can find in RE2 Remake. At least as far as this demo goes, each Ares member seems to act as a sort of tutorial for the different kinds of gameplay you can expect to come up against. Puzzle solving, item hunting, dodging zombies, and of course combat. Speaking of which, when a zombie grabs you or you initiate a fight, you'll be taken to a very Resident Evil Gaiden sort of screen where you can deal with The Walking Dead in first person. Where Gaiden wanted you to do damage with timing-based attacks, though, this game has you just plain old first-person shooting. Melee attacks seem to be just about as useless as they normally are in an RE game outside of Code Veronica, and I'd say that's a good move balance-wise in a game that aims to have you conserve
knives are
ammo,
not
but also
useless
wants a bit of
in
difficulty.
Resident Evil games.
One thing that was pretty novel is the fact that initiating combat while other zombies are nearby will bring them into the fray, and they could be anywhere on the playfield, so you might have to keep your head on a swivel. This gives the fights a tactical bend that I think is going to be awesome to see in the full release. Speaking of which, it seems to me this is one of those deals where the demo is its own thing separate from the actual finished product and is meant as a vertical slice of what they're trying to accomplish. And if that is indeed the case, color me incredibly interested. I don't know quite how to explain it, but this game just pulls everything off perfectly. Movement, exploration, puzzle solving, combat, it all just feels really tight and well implemented. I did run into the occasional problem, like not being able to run out of a door despite it looking like I was perfectly lined up to do so, but you might just chalk that up to the game's nearly isometric perspective. Other than that, though, I really don't have anything to complain about. I do, however, have a lot more stuff to compliment, especially as far as the game's presentation goes. Backgrounds seem to be 2D pre-renders, which you know I always love, but in an odd twist, so are the characters. It looks like they're using that old Donkey Kong digitized approach by rendering out CG models and bit-crushing them down to create animated sprites. Honestly, it's something I didn't really know I wanted to see in a new game till I did here. You can tell they really wanted to sell that look because they certainly could have made the animations more fluid with more frames.
You can look through
At least I'm
doors, huh?
assuming they could have, but they chose to keep it choppy, and honestly, I commend that move. It completes the package in a way and leads to something very interesting. In a fight, things switch to 3D graphics with some really just amazingly fluid animations, only the render resolution is super low, leading to this really satisfying aliasing. It's kind of similar to what you could produce upscaling a really good-looking 480p image from the PS2 or GameCube era, or maybe when you run old PC games at modern resolutions. And what I mean by all that is, it's awesome. Both in and out of combat, you can count on a smart use of real-time lighting and other post-processing effects to add that extra bit of atmosphere, and overall, I just really couldn't be more hyped on how a game looks. Like I
Is
said
that a
before,
grenade
the
launcher?
whole package is not something I would have thought to desire from a video game, but now that I've seen it all working together, I might be in love. You Will Die Here Tonight's demo is relatively short. You could probably blast through it in about half an hour, but it tells a relatively complete, albeit compressed tale that definitely serves the intended purpose. As far as I can see, there's no hard date set for this game's actual release, so if you need me, I'll just be hitting F5 on its Steam page for the foreseeable future.
Alright, this should be it.
When I first caught a glimpse at Sense's Midnight, it looked a little familiar to me, and that's because I had already
We watched enough. Let's go ahead and continue.
The release Sense, a cyberpunk
Link
ghost
something.
story, and I kind of liked it. Midnight is a combination of common Japanese horror tropes with a bit of a modern twist. You play as Kaho, and your friend group are into ghosts, specifically researching them. You're at a public park in Ikebukuro investigating a
Lake?
story that saw some people stumbling upon
Lake
a woman
Haven,
who hurt
Chrysalis.
herself, which apparently cursed them and the park. Kaho's in the park doing all the legwork, but she's got her friends with her in the sense that they're all in a group chat together. Every time you come across something out of the ordinary or useful, they'll chime in, and this mechanic allows the game to run typical tutorial type stuff by the player without breaking
This
the
game
fourth wall
serves as a
too much.
prequel
As Kaho comes across
chapter
the
for
door
the
to
upcoming
spot where the corpse was supposed
Lake
to have been
Haven.
found, she ends up activating this park's trap card, and now she's stuck here, surrounded by ghosts and other members of some more common Japanese folklore. Alright, so I'm to be totally honest with you guys, this game is not my cup of tea right from the start because I tend not to get into Japanese ghost
So
stories
only,
too much.
well,
I'm
if
not
that's the
really
case,
sure
then
why
I'm
that
not
is,
gonna
but
even
there's
bother
just
playing
something
it.
conceptual
Because I'm
that
waiting
doesn't
for
do
the
much
complete
for me
version.
there. That being said, it is novel.
You will
having a
die
world
here
like this
tonight.
set in a cyberpunk-looking future Tokyo. I mean, my house is like 20 minutes away from Ikebukuro, and it adds an extra layer of coolness, just not enough to get me over the whole Japanese ghost story.
You Will Die Here Tonight
Moving
is
on to the
already
gameplay,
out,
at first, this thing might throw you for a loop.
and it got
When
a
starts
mixed
up and you notice
reception.
that usable camera in your inventory, you're probably going to think the same
Turn
thing
out
I
you
did.
actually
This
can
game
really,
moved
really
in the
love
right
Resident
direction,
Evil, but
right?
not this.
Well, actually, no.
Well,
The
it's
game
built on
takes
some
its
unique
advantage, and
gameplay
that mechanic
ideas,
is linked to progression and
unique gameplay, and
exploration,
ended up
sometimes,
feeling
but
shallow
instead of
and
using
not
a
fun
camera to
enough
hurt the spirits
for
that
me
are
to want to
acting,
suffer
sense
through
is
another
more of a
loop after
run and hide
reaching
type of
the
game.
bad ending.
Sadly, that's another one of my pet peeves. I've never really enjoyed the non-combat approach to
Very
horror
predictable
games,
story and
honestly,
gameplay gets
because of
boring
that, I couldn't really
the
tell you
longer
if
you
the
play.
run and hide mechanics here are any better or worse than the other games
We'll see
that
about that.
include them. So take any of my criticisms with a grain of salt. When you find a hiding spot, there's a mechanic that lets you hold your
It's already
breath,
it's already
successfully
out. They're
doing so
asking
doesn't
for
seem to
40
make the ghost
bucks
go away.
for
So
us
there
for
were a few
20
times
bucks,
where I'd just be sitting there holding my breath, waiting
which
for
might
them
be
to
a lot
leave, and
actually.
eventually, I just get up and run away with them standing right on top of me. On a more objective level, it would be nice if the items had names.
All right, I'm gonna leave this here, and we're gonna check on the others later. Anywho, I'm gonna have to note these in here. Lake Haven Chrysalis. Endless Blue. This is a game that I'm gonna check if it's actually working, if it's finished or not. There's also a game called Ground Zero. All right, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Whew. I'm really feeling tired, by the way, viewers. Usually, I drink some coffee, but I didn't drink any. And I don't want to drink any at the moment since it's 10 p.m. here. Like I'm not gonna stream for long. Probably for 1 hour, one more hour, and that's about it. I'm gonna make progress with some of the games that I'm playing, so I might as well switch to Dragon Quest. me pick up a title here. And should try and write anything really. But that was fun. That game, that Resident Evil game that I played was fun. Really fun. Now I'm gonna have to pick what game I want to play. Maybe I'm gonna check on some of the games that we've seen here. Oops. Maybe after I make some progress with this, I am going to maybe play a little bit of the Outer Worlds. I really enjoyed my last session with it. Surprisingly. The game was very boring for the first 4 hours or so, which was surprising to me, but it got better, though. I didn't check any gaming news lately, but I don't think there's gonna be anything interesting. You know, I kind of want to play more Dynasty Warriors as well. I love Dynasty Warriors 7. That was a great return for the series. But for those who don't know, I'm I've always been a fan of the Dynasty Warrior games up until number 6, where they screwed the formula and made the game extremely boring, and the game is just bad. And I haven't played anything. Like I got that game release day, and I paid $60 for that piece of trash. And I returned recently with the Dynasty Warriors 7, but my god, that game was great. That game was great. I might actually play the Blade Storm game. That one is the one that I still haven't played. So I might actually do that. Alright. Chapter 7. This track's very long. 13 minutes? For Folk's track? It is a good track though. It is a good track. You don't have any companions you can talk with at the moment. Where's everyone? What was the last thing that we did? Where did we go? Special medicine. Special antidote. These are new. Mini medal. Dun, dun, dun. Well, I guess, oh yeah, we died! Okay, I do remember. Yeah, we died. You guys alright? How you feeling, Gov? You alright? I was worried about you, like. He was the only one who wouldn't wake up. Uh-oh. This place belonged to that old granny over there. Lives here on her own, you know. We're not far from where that avalanche happened. She says we can stay here till the snow clears up a bit. Cool. Alright, so yeah, we died and now we got saved. When you all got caught in that avalanche, I hurried over to this hut for help. I was in quite a panic, I must admit. My heart sank when I found out there was just an old lady living here on her own. But as luck would have it, that dog over there is a dab hand when it comes to pulling people out of the snow. Or should I say, a dab paw? Anyway, he pulled you all out, and we managed to get you back to the hut here. I suppose you could say he played a part in your rescue. I thought there was going to be another pun here. But if I hadn't come here in the first place, you'd still be eating snow. I'd hope you're grateful. Oh, you piece of shit. This tea is made from something called nook grass. It warms you up and makes you more resistant to the cold weather. Is that so? Like ginger? It's a bit strong at first, but I could get to like it. Why don't you ask the old lady for some too, Hachi? Gov? I'm gonna call myself Gov from now on.
The dog over there is called Boris. He's the one who dug us out from the snow.
Russian dog training at its finest.
What a dog. He's a lot more use than a certain king, don't you think? And he smells a bit better, too.
I'm gonna agree with him.
How dare you, boy? How could you say such a thing about your own master?
Master?
Honestly, who do you think called for the dog's help in the first place?
Womp womp.
That dog over there is called Boris. He's the one who dug us out from the snow. What a dog.
What if I
He's a
said
lot
no?
more use than a certain king, don't you think? And he smells.
I heard that, Angelo. More use than a certain king, you say? How dare you? Honestly, who do you think called for the dog's help in the first place?
Wah wah. Well, might as well showcase both of these. Can talk to the dog? Well, he kind of doesn't want to talk to me, though. It's a book entitled A Warm Coat is Good to Find. A red robe can be made by dyeing a sage robe with a pigment made from certain red grass and enchanted water. The finished crimson-colored robe will protect its wearer from even the fiercest of blizzards. If you say so. Ooh. It's a book entitled The Later Lives of the Sages. Ooh. After the battle with the Lord of Darkness, one of the seven sages, the Great and Learned Kadan. The Great and Learned? Headed back to his home in the snowy country. It is said that he spent his later years recounting and recording the tale of the great battle for the sake of his descendants. If any of the materials Kadan prepared could be recovered, they could represent a historical find of epic proportions. Kadan. What are these bags? Oh, I thought there was gonna be like some sort of a cutscene here, but no. Ah, you're awake. You have a nice color in your cheeks. That's a good sign. Dobro Pujaluvat. Is that Russian? Welcome to my home. I am Marta. I live out here in the mountains where I grow herbs. This will be ready for you soon. Drinking it should warm you up nicely. Okay, what can I do? Well, I guess it's gonna be scripted. Please sit by the fire and warm your bones. I will bring you some of my nook grass tea. Not voice acted? Thank you.
Please, drink. This nook grass tea will keep you warm even in the bitter cold of the snowy land.
She's Russian.
How terribly kind of you. First you save us from the avalanche, then you put us up for the night, and now you warm our innards. Now that's what I call hospitality.
And what's really amazing is that you helped a weird old monster like him in the first place.
You loathsome lowlife. You of all people have no right to call me weird.
It is true that his appearance is a little unusual, but when you get to my
Are you talking about
learn not to judge
Yangus too?
horse by its harness. And of course, I would help anyone who was in trouble so far from civilization.
I hope you don't mind me asking, but why do you live all the way out here on your own?
Of course I do not mind, dear. There is an old ruin behind my house. My ancestors have looked after it generation after generation. It is a family duty.
Maybe she is one of the sages.
But that will all end with me. I have no one to follow in my footsteps when my life is finished.
Really? It must be pretty tough living on your own like this. Duty or no duty.
It is comfortable enough. I have lived here since I was a child, so it is not a hardship. Besides, to live life is not to walk through a meadow. And from time
If you say
to
so.
time, people get lost here in the mountains like you, so I am not lonely. And I always have Boris to keep me company.
Ah, on the subject of dogs, we had something to ask you, Marta.
There's another nasty
This will
dog.
sound a bit strange, but we're pursuing a big black dog, and we heard that he might have been headed in this direction. There's a good chance he may have come this way. Have you seen anything?
No, I am sorry. The only dog I know about is big old Boris over there. Sorry, I cannot be of more help. You should ask where there is a lot of people.
Where's
If you go
that?
down the mountain and go to the north, you will come to a town called Irkutsk. Maybe someone will know something there.
Russian sounding name as well.
Ah, that sounds like an excellent idea. Right then, chaps, there's no time to lose.
Oh, yo. If you are hasty, others will only be amused. That is an old saying here. One should not be so eager to go back out into the blizzard. The night is coming. Why don't you rest here? I am sure the blizzard will be gone by morning, so you can leave for Irkutsk then.
Yes. Wise words, my good woman. Very well, we shall rest here for the night.
I don't think the dog is gonna rest, though. What?
Go north from the bottom of the mountain, and you will come to Irkutsk. Please be careful on your journey.
By George!
What happened to Medea?
Princess! Are you all right? Were you cold in the night?
Forgive me, but I must ask you a favor. If you meet with a man called Marek in Irkutsk, please give this to him.
Dove received Marta's back.
He is probably working with herbs like I am. I would be grateful if you could give him that bag. Spasibo. Thank you.
Spasiva.
Right then. Off to Irkutsk. Toodly bye.
Toodly bye. All right, that was that. I mean, what can get back here? Just gonna try and explore and see if there's something I can find here. Oh, of course, barrels to break. Oh, we came back for the mini medal. Oh, there are caves. Oh, there's a cave here. Can I open a map? Ah, I'm gonna assume that we're gonna have to go here. Oh, what the hell is this? Oh.
Dobro jutra. Good morning. So you have found my herb garden. This cave is just the right temperature and humidity for them, and it is the only place I can grow my nook grass. Beyond those iron bars is the ruin I told you about. I usually keep it locked. It is a very special place.
She didn't tell me about, oh.
Visitors inside, forgive me.
Actually, she did talk about the ruins.
God blimey, Grandma.
All right. So we're not going to be able to enter here. We probably will later. Something tells me that we're going to do that later. I'm dropping a few frames, by the way, viewers. Actually, today, I got a message from my ISP that there seems to be a problem in the network in around my region, and it might actually have some problems. And actually, let me go ahead and do a quick speed test. Maybe this is something just related to Restream IO being trash. As usual. No, seems my internet is fine. You guys are gonna see some frame drops. No, mainly because I'm doing testing here. Nah, my speed test is more than fine, dude. Ooh, wonder if I can interact with these barrels over there. Let me try and talk to her again. Wonder if we can actually sleep here again. I can check on the batch that she gave me. A pouch prepared by Marta for the medicine man Mark. Lazy ass dog. I think Marta should be here. Oh, you're back again. Did you get lost on your way to Irkutsk? No. And perhaps you're just tired of walking in the mountains? You are not used to them, after all. If you wish, you can rest in the room next door. There'll always be beds for you here. Hmm? She's a kind lady. Wonder if we can zoom. To this area. I'm gonna assume we do. Yep, Marta's cottage. We can zoom here. Wonder if I should backtrack. Nah. Sizzle. Crackle. $91. Now this lady attacks twice, so I might actually have to target her first. What RPG are you gonna play, Have a Nice Day, after this one? Actually, I have no idea. I think it's too early for me for that. Wonder where this area will take me. Let's go ahead and check over there. I might actually showcase some of the games that I might play later. All right. Yankus is now paralyzed. I thought he was gonna still be paralyzed. There are gonna be a few games that I kind of want to play. Oh, what the hell is that? A machine. It's coming right towards me. Let's kill that lady first. Nice. All right. Hachi's skills improved. He becomes a proficient swordsman. Hachi learned Dragon Slash. Hachi's courage increased. He became dragon-hearted. Hachi can now cast spells with half of the MP usually required. That's pretty good. Is it called Robster? Alright, for mini-boss fight time, I guess? Dragon Slash. So, Omni Heal is gonna cost 18. Which better than nothing. It's still too much, though. Full Heal costs 3. He might actually be my main healer. $66. That's a lot of damage. He attacks twice, so he can hit me with 120. go multi-heal. Should I go Dragon Slash? An attack that causes heavy damage to dragons. I'm gonna go with Zap. Penny Pincher? Might as well. Nice. Ah, that kills him. I really didn't need to go all the way like this. A silver monster coin. It's definitely gonna be more expensive. All right, there's a treasure chest over there. Let's go ahead and drop a save. Agility ring. Kind of want to give it to Angelo. Like, I want to give it to Jessica, but also I want to give it to Angelo, since I'm relying on him to be a healer. Transfer. Everyone can equip it. It's gonna be it's gonna become fastest in my party. All right, that's a good find. That cheapest surviving year? Hmm. Nice. Let's go ahead and try and Cassizzle for this. Huh. That really didn't do much. Why is she dabbing? Oh, good thing that she doesn't do a lot of damage. Yeah, so this area is kind of useless. Let's go ahead and backtrack. Oh, there's a treasure, another treasure chest over there. Nice. Oh! Holy silver rapier. Is it actually gonna be good? Transfer to Angela? It is! Oh, it's definitely better than the Templar sword. I do like the Dream Blade mainly because it can put people to sleep. So I'm gonna have him equip this for now. Nice. Alright, time for us to continue north. Holy. Multi-heal? These guys attack twice, too. And this area is tough. Actually, I cannot even tell if it's daytime or nighttime. This is a cool area. Cool looking area.
Well, it seems we've arrived in Irkutsk at last. And that nook grass really is quite marvelous. I wasn't a bit cold, even in all that snow. Now, we can stay outdoors as long as we like. Excellent. Well, I'll be waiting outside the town as usual. In you go.
In you go! No, that's a miracle tea. Oh, right out the door. Hellhounds? Hellhounds. Oh, that actually hits them all. Oh no. $60. All right. Let's get in the new town here, viewers. Oh, it's an indoor city. Huh. Very interesting. What happened to this guy? It probably is nighttime. Room for plenty more. Heck, I'm not done yet. John, is that you? You catch your death of cold sleeping out here. Why are you wearing such a ridiculous outfit anyway? For the swag. Everywhere I go in this town looks the same, so I keep getting lost. My feet are killing me. My dogs are killing me. It feels like I've just been going around in circles ever since I got here. How much is it gonna cost to sleep here? Probably gonna cost $1 million. Have I seen a black dog? Come to think of it, I did see a dog come inside not long ago. I can't remember if it was black or not, but it may well have been the dog you're looking for. That's not good. Oh, this actually take us downstairs? How much is it gonna cost? $100? I'll save my cash. Meow. The cat seems very interested in Hatch's pocket. It keeps licking its lips and looking at Munchie. His name is Munchie? I always forget his name. He did absolutely nothing, by the way, in this whole playthrough. Everyone asleep, I guess. Ooh, how can I go downstairs? The herb doctor Merrick came to live here some years ago now. He's a very skilled man. I had the most awful hangover once, but just a few sips of his herb tea had me up on my feet again in no time. Damn. I was slurred because it meant I could drink as much as I wanted. No more headaches, but he got very angry when I said that. Yeah, what about your liver? Maybe it's the drink making me hallucinate. I was sure I just saw a dog inside the shop. No, I must be seeing things. I don't feel at all well. Uh-oh. Oh, well, there is a dog over here. Maybe they're talking about this dog. Avav? Where can I find someone who's heard of the legend of the Imperia? Somebody around here must know something. Me? At least I know some of it. Can I ask you something? Do you know anything about love? I'm madly in love with a girl, you see. I can't stop thinking about her. Where is she? Don't tell me it's that chick. Merrick sometimes has the odd drink and a chat with me here. He's always worrying so much about his herbs. It must be very difficult trying to grow them in this cold. Nook grass is especially difficult, and that's the herb we need the most. Have I seen a big black dog? Not that I recall, no. There have been a lot of rumors lately about a big pack of wolves on the prowl, though. Yeah, I did meet some of them outside. But I suppose if you're looking for a dog, a wolf won't do. Sorry. I can be of more help. How can I pick that up? Oh! What's up with this guy? Phantom weapon, sword of legend. What happened to that guy? Swallowtail, falcon knife. Spiked steel whip. Oh, I might actually give this to Jessica. King axe. It's gonna cost a lot of money, though. We'll see, we'll see. I think that man from earlier really hates me, but I've no idea why. It's supposed to be my duty to save people by setting a good example, which teaches them how to live according to the goddess. But that man is here every day looking right at me, and I don't seem to have taught him anything. I can't be much of a nun now, can I? Maybe they mean that guy in the pub? Doesn't know what to say to her. It's a book entitled Shimmers and Spangles. As the name implies, the shimmering dress is enveloped in a glowing aura of sacred light. If you plan on making one of these glittering items for yourself, you would do well to gather light-related items first. Perhaps combining a spangled dress with some kind of jewel and bracer will result in the desired effects? Question mark? Spangled dress, glittering jewel, and a gleaming bracer. Sure. How can I go down here? Well, I guess maybe the game is not gonna allow me to go there. Maybe the guy is gonna be here? Oh, this is gonna take me outside. Whoa! You can't beat laying down on the ice with a belly full of booze. Why don't you give it a try? Make sure you don't fall asleep though, eh? Even if you're lucky, you'd end up with a cold. And if you ain't lucky, might just finish you off. Dumb idiot. How is that not melting? Water in the fire, why? Yeah, I know that, viewers. I saw that. I saw that too. Whoa! Look at me sliding away. Oh, that's definitely gonna be a gimmick in the next dungeon, of course. Yeah, I know of that VTuber. She's Japanese, I believe. Notice to all residents, there has been a sharp increase of wolf activity lately. Please remain inside for your safety. I cannot tell if that's morning or night. Who are these guys? Is this the mayor? Probably. Do I know a man named Merrick? Why, yes, of course. He's the herb doctor here, and he live in the room I rent out to him. If you go downstairs in my house and keep taking rights along the underground passage, you come to the corridor that leads to his room. I don't know what relation you are to him, but no doubt he'll be very pleased to have some visitors. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Merrick recently. I do hope he's not come down with something. Come down with the sickness? If he's taken to his bed, I suppose I should say, healer, heal thyself. Why is there 3 beds? A piece of chili cheese. What's up with this game and their different kind of cheese? So I'm gonna assume this is where I need to go to talk to Merrick. So we're not gonna do that. I'm gonna try and go back to check on the lower levels. Oh, maybe this is their kid. Wahee! Be really careful not to slip on the ice. It really hurts if you land on your bum. Is that why they call it a bum rush? It's flu season again. Prevention is the best medicine. Visit Merrick at the first sign of symptoms. That's not prevention though. I thought you guys are gonna talk about taking vaccines, but I guess this game is anti-vaxxer, huh? It's very cold around these parts. That's why so many people drink to try to warm themselves up. I'm in an ideal world. I want to start drinking at lunchtime, but what choice do I have? I came in search of the legends about Godbird Imperia, but no one I've spoken to so far has even heard of her. I can't believe I came all that way in the snow for nothing. I need a drink. I didn't talk to you. The herb doctor Merrick came to live here some years ago now. He's a very skilled man. Nothing new with this guy. Merrick sometimes has the odd drink. Nothing new. Nothing new with this guy as well. Oh, are you on your travels as well? Me too, I'm a peddler. Although you probably gathered that. I came here to sell a few things, but I keep getting lost. This place is huge! Not really. It's what me so bad, but everywhere I go looks the same. Not really. Did I break these? The answer is no. What did you say? A dog in the courtyard? I didn't see any dogs in the courtyard. Isn't that gonna say anything new? Now I can go downstairs. Never mind. Can I still? Can I go downstairs? Guess the only place we need to go to is Merrick's. Oh, this is the guy.
Oh dear, sister.
Uh.
You look so beautiful when you pray. Too beautiful.
Hopefully she's like he refers to her as a nun and not as his
Dear goddess,
biological sister.
what should a poor soul such as I do? Now I have fallen for one of your flock.
Confess. Even when you are racked with self-doubt, have faith in her divine benevolence. The goddess looks kindly upon those who take action.
Sure.
Was that an angel?
Maybe. Maybe a few chicks called Angel an angel.
Exactly as you say.
Is that why they call him Angelo? But did that work? The goddess said I should goddess? Was he trying to talk as like in a feminine way? The goddess said I should confess everything. It's time to tell that beautiful nun how I feel about her. Maybe that's gonna influence something. That man praying over there keeps staring at me with a really intense look on his face. Oh dear goddess, have I done something to cause him ill will towards me? I mean, she looks meh. I mean, you do you. You do you, good sir. Oh. I didn't talk to this guy. They don't sell weapons here until nightfall. Really? Sounds a bit fishy, eh? I bet it means they have a few special weapons under the counter, if you know what I mean. Like drugs? I can hardly wait to see what's on offer. Oh! Look at these. Dragon Mail, Dragon Shield. These look cool, holy. These look hella cool. I did not talk to this girl. I made a snowman. It's really cool, isn't it? Hee hee. Call him Buckethead. Well, this is a dog. Tiaf, tiaf. Anything interesting in here? No. There's absolutely nothing interesting. All right, this is where we need to go. Seat of defense. People are saying that there are wolves on the prowl just outside town lately. The wolves around here are really scary. Once they spot their prey, they never let it go. You won't catch me going outside. I mean, good for you, lady, I guess. Good for you. I'm gonna try and get a good angle on you, miss. Or I can just do this. But you're not gonna stare at me? You're not even gonna stare at me. I'm not a wolf, though. Well, she's gonna stare at me right now. Viewers, this is gonna be it for me for now. For today, even. This was a fun session. Reminder, tomorrow there's a small chance that I'm gonna stream because I'm gonna be busy with work, so I might actually work overtime tomorrow. Just to, like, I don't need to work overtime. I'm just gonna be able to do whatever I can, you know, to do that. But I prefer that I want to finish that work since you know, I want to finish like work early, so I don't want to have work hanging and people annoying me late at night later on. So I'm gonna just have to finish work. So tomorrow, I might not stream. I might not stream. There's a small chance, though, that I might. And as usual, viewers, thank you very much for watching. More content to come. I still don't know what I'm gonna play after Resident Evil Revisited, but I'm gonna have to see what I can play, hopefully in the upcoming hours before I start streaming. So yeah, we'll see. Now there's a lot of games to play, so I'm not in shortage of games to play, but yeah, I'm still trying. As I said, I might actually play that game, the Bladestorm game that Koei Tecmo made, or Koei, not Koei Tecmo. It's always been a game that I've always been interested in, so I might actually jump on it soon. Anywho, viewers, with that being said, this is going to be it for me for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll check you guys in the next streaming session. Have a good one.